like that, we are back. I hope you missed us. Welcome back, Wise
Welcome
Guy
back,
Breaking. We're
welcome back, welcome back.
Amen. Yes, sir. This after our
go.
little week
I'm ready.
hiatus from last week. Doing this, you got to take a little break when
Mm-hmm.
the ships might not be sailing the way you want to. You got to take a step back and look at it
Just
from
a
a
few
different
steps.
point of view. So, and that's what we did last week.
Yeah.
So, for those who missed last week, that's all right. We're gonna go over our previous week.
All right, for the recap of my record for college last week was actually 4-1, 4-0-1 with the little push there.
A little push.
NFL we go 1-1-1. So overall 5-1 and 2. Wow. So we got 2 pushes there, but the overall record for me 19-16-3, and that's where I like to be. That's where I want to be.
Yes,
you know,
sir.
and we're moving forward with that. Over 500 finally.
Amen.
Amen.
Well, I'm treading waters. I'm right around 500 and everything. NFL was kind of our first losing week in a couple weeks. I went 1-3, and in college football we went 3-2. So that brings my college football record to 12-14-1, and my NFL record to 9-10. So we're looking to get over those lines this week, and I think you're going to take the lead on this one.
Yeah,
First game up for you, sir.
Let's go. First game for me Friday night, Friday afternoon, whatever night, 5 p.m. game, Nebraska at Minnesota.
Under the lights, this one.
Under the lights are here. So I like where Nebraska's going this season. They're pushing away 5-1 record overall. I see here Matt Rule and Riola taking care of business here. I know it's in Minnesota, but Minnesota really hasn't really shown nothing all year. Their biggest games was a loss at Cal. 42-3 lost Ohio State. Your Buckeyes smashed them. Purdue, they lost last week. So Nebraska has some worthy games to look at here. Cincy, Michigan State, and Maryland. Riola has some good stats this year. I like what I see from Nebraska, so I'm going to take the -7 here. I think it opened up at -5.5, up to -7.5 maybe, but I'll buy half a point, get it at -7 as my official pick.
Yes, sir. All right, so for me, we're starting off early Saturday. We usually do the big news Saturday, but this one's going down in the SEC. We're going down south, baby. Do a little Beamer Bowl right here. You got South Carolina at home catching points against Oklahoma. Now, everybody was riding that John Mateer wagon and then riding that John Mateer train, the Oklahoma train. And, I've seen a lot of Heisman's talk for John Mateer, and then he gets hurt, has surgery. And we saw him last week against Texas, and, they didn't look the same.
No.
So I don't think he's, that much healed from last week to this week. And you're catching the South Carolina team. Yeah, they've been struggling lately, but this team has a tremendous lot of talent. And they're at home. It's hard to win games when you got to go on the road in the SEC. And you're getting 6 points here. It's a low spread. I think South Carolina, both these defenses are going to make this game very, very muddy for offenses. So I don't think a lot of points are going to be scored here, which means we don't worry about touchdowns in this one. It's going to come down to special teams and defense. So that's just the recipe to cover. Give me South Carolina +6.
Woo! All right. For my second pick of the college slate, I'm going to take it back to Houston, college that is. Arizona, I think they have a little bit more to offer here. I've watched them a little bit more. Their offensive side of the ball, they're killing it. Fafita out there at quarterback, he's dual threat, making some good plays out there. I think their offense is a little bit better than Houston. Actually, a little bit more better than Houston's. They haven't played anybody this year, the Cougars. So I think this is a spot for them to get exposed. Basically a pick 'em, line open at 1.5, move it up or down. But I'd take the money line. Why not? Make it easy for me. But I don't see. I've lost a few bets with Houston. I actually went against them. Those are the games they won. But again, I think it was the Colorado game.
Yeah. I lost money on that one too.
Yeah, but I'm gonna make this one easy for me here, and taking Arizona money line for my official pick.
Keep it in that same 9 a.m. hour here. We're going to go up northeast. Usually I don't bet these games, but, UConn has seemed like they've been the money train this year. I've seen you win some money on UConn.
They're a good team.
We've seen them twice this year. They almost got the upset against Syracuse.
Nice spot for them.
But they've been catching some small lines because I think that because this team doesn't play in the conference, they don't know how to gauge this team. And this team looks solid, especially against the level of competition that they're facing. They're on the road, which is technically not a road game here against Boston College. It's both in that, Boston, New England area. And, they played each other the last couple years, and it's been back and forth between these two teams. But, this year, Boston College, you're looking at teams going in separate directions. UConn is 4-2, and Boston College is 1-5. Right. And somehow, Boston College is the favorite. You might see that. I think it's a trap. Consider me trapped. I'm going to ride with UConn. Give me UConn on the road +3.
Dog. All right, for the third pick on the college slate, I'm tailbacking you, my friend.
Yes, sir.
South Carolina. Yes,
love
sir. Here, I'm taking. You said +6, but I'm gonna be a baby. Take +7. Oklahoma kind of got exposed last week, in my opinion.
They did. Yes, they did.
Red River rivalry, Texas. Archie. That's another thing too. This is another story for another time. But
back in our good grace, Arch Manning.
And here, South Carolina's in the spot. South Carolina's doing good. They're at home again, and the +7 is a very good number for me. South Carolina is gonna feed off that loss to Texas, and Lenore Sellers, man, he was a Heisman candidate early in the season.
Yes,
don't forget that. Don't forget that. Okay, so Mateer, you said, was quarterback.
Yes, sir.
Not gonna have another. He's gonna have another bad game, in my opinion. And I love South Carolina here, man. I want to bet the money line, but that's ballsy.
That's ballsy.
Maybe let's go. Let's go with that. Let's go with that. Official pick +7. Great quarterback play from the North Sellers here. All right,
let's get it. Indiana Hoosiers, and we're not talking basketball. I'm late. I mean, Kurt Segnetti, he's slowly becoming one of my favorite coaches in college football, not just because that they win, but in his own words, they win and they beat the shit out of teams. So that's what I'm expecting them to do against Michigan State. Michigan State just got crushed last week. And I think Indiana, there's no reason for them not to want to, score style points in this game. The defense in Michigan State just isn't good. Indiana's at home, and they kind of need style points to get, all the hype on their side coming into the stretch of the season. Because if they end up losing a couple Big Ten games, people are going to, revert to last year and say, oh, they don't belong. Yeah. But we clearly see that this team belongs. They went on the road to beat Oregon. Now they're coming back at home. These are the games you don't really want to bet, but I trust Kurt Segnetti to get his team going. Now, I've been losing. I've been winning and losing, more losing lately on these first quarters, so I'm not going to take the spread here, even though I feel comfortable with it. I'm just going to take the over. I expect Indiana to score 2 touchdowns. Even if Michigan State holds the ball, kick a field goal, I think this is enough to get us over 12.5. So I'm going first quarter total over 12.5.
All right. 2 more picks for me, but second to last pick right here.
Yes, sir.
Texas, baby. Taking it back to Texas.
Again, he's back on them.
Hook 'em here. So -11. I think the line opened up -11, -12.5. Like man, I think Archie. I really do. I think Archie is gonna start getting it together. They proved it last week, like we said on Red River rivalry. Man, Archie's good. Archie's another good one. See, these quarterbacks are young, you know what I mean? But they're gonna get it together, and I think this is a good spot for Archie here. To blow out Kentucky. I think they probably win by 20 or more. That's where I see it. They're going to blow it out.
Statement.
But for my official pick, Texas -11 versus Kentucky.
For my last college football pick, we're going to roll down there, and usually I don't give a piss about nothing but the Tide. And that's what we're looking at here. We got Alabama and Tennessee, and surprise, surprise, I'm actually fading Alabama in this spot. They are at home, and everybody is drinking the Bama Kool-Aid. Rightfully so. They lost week 1, and what have they done ever since then? They've only just been rolling over everyone, and they haven't had a bye week yet. So I think Bama's a little fatigued here. You got Tennessee coming off a bye, and I wasn't the biggest fan of their quarterback to start the season, but I watched them play. The offense has still been there. The defense for Tennessee has been disappointing, but I can say the same for Alabama. And that's kind of what you need to cover a spread like this, unless you think Bama's just going to just roll. And I don't see that happening. I think Tennessee's got the offense to keep up with Alabama here. Getting 8 points, that's 2 possessions. Easily, I think Tennessee could keep this within here. Give it a shootout here. Tennessee is live to win this game, too. I'm going to ride with Tennessee here. Usually I go with Bama, but I'm taking Tennessee. Give me the points. +8.
Okay, here for my last pick, baby. This is my best one. Saved it for the
Best for last
game. And our best guy over there, producer, director,
it's a disgusting
our head
one.
man,
I will say
Gregory.
that.
He's gonna love this one. Drum roll. UCLA, baby. Bruins -3
LA.
at home versus Maryland.
Ugh.
Yes, sir. I love it. I love this spot. Man, I thought UCLA was going to be a lot better, of course, in the beginning of the season, but they're getting it together. It's a long season for some of these guys.
That's right.
And sometimes it takes teams may not be where they want to be as far at the end of the season, as far as the title game, etc. But hey, you can always build off what you got right now. And I love Nico, man. And he just I don't know what was going on with Deshaun Foster when he was there, but it wasn't the right game plan for him. And Neuheisel, the new coach right now, they know how to use Nico, in my opinion, and they're getting him going the right way. The 3 rushing touchdowns last week and 2 passing. Unbelievable. That's what I want to see. That's the Nico
we all remember right there.
Remember, because that boy covered for me a few times last year. But I like him. I want it. Bruins, baby. Bruins -3 for my first pick.
I'm starting off hot. I haven't bet them all year, and this is the time to do it. You see what I'm rocking right here. We're going home with it. Myles Garrett and that Cleveland Browns defense. We aren't going to win many games this year, but we're going to win this one. The Miami Dolphins, they cannot stop the run. This team is not physical at all. This will be the game that gets Josh McDaniels or whatever, Mike McDaniel. This will be the game that he gets fired on. He's going to go to Cleveland, and they're going to leave sad. Give me the Browns -2. We're going to run that ball. I usually give the ball to Chubb, but give the ball to Junkins and everybody else, and we just going to do our thing. Give me the Browns -2.
I like that. All right, for my pick here, first one, we're going to take this and get it over with. My boys, Green Bay. Cheeseheads. Keep it cheesy. Keep it cheesy, guys. Keep it cheesy out there. Line open up -1.5 Packers. Did I write that down right? Yeah, -1.5, but it's up to 6.5 right now.
Yeah.
I'm not scared of it. I think we go smash these boys here, Arizona. So don't think they're any competition for us. We're gonna get right back on track. Defense is gonna show up again, and I think that's an easy one for me. We're gonna take Green Bay -6.5 here.
Yeah, the Arizona Cardinals aren't that good this year. My next pick, also going on the road. Now, this is a little tricky one because the New England Patriots, they're a frisky team. They've been looking good. They won back-to-back games, that impressive showing against the Bills, and then they went on the road, smashed the Saints. Now they're going on the road again, 3 straight road games, and they're playing Tennessee, the worst team in the NFL. Yes, they fired their coach. Yes, they're going to be, excited and ready to go. But Mike Vrabel, he's coming back home to Tennessee. Yeah, he's coming back home. And I like Drake May. He's proven a lot of naysayers, including me. I didn't think they had enough talent to do what they're doing, but they're doing it well. So I'm just going to ride the high hand. Give me the Patriots -6.5.
Oh, I like the Patriots. They're going the right track too.
They're on the right track.
Drake May's a good quarterback. I love Drake May. Right, where's my Uncle Manny at, man? He's gonna love me for this one. Where's my Uncle Manny?
This team's
Where's
hot
the sheriff
too.
at?
This team's hot.
You know how to do the dirty bird? Anybody know out there how to do the dirty bird? Dirty bird,
That's
baby.
right.
Taking
Yes,
the Falcons again, man. I love what they're doing. Love where they're going. Penix. He's Drake London, Bijan. They're doing what they're supposed to be doing, man. Because they started off a little softy freeze ice cream in the beginning of the season, but they're gonna go here, take care of business against the Niners. Niners are injured.
Injury.
Warner's out. Bosa, Purdy's coming back, I believe, this game, but ain't gonna make a difference. Kittle's out. They're just a depleted team, and Atlanta should go in there and take care of business. So I'll take the money line and the +3.5. They're actually dogs here, but I'll take the money line 3.5.
All right, yeah, hot Atlanta right there, baby. And that's kind of going to be the theme, for me for my next 2 picks. For this first picks, the Colts, they're going on the road to play the Los Angeles Chargers, and the Chargers, what are they? They are beat the hell up. This team is just injured.
They are too.
They don't even. I mean, their running backs are coming from the practice squad, though they are NFL guys and they've been there. I won't disrespect them, but they're just hurt. Their wide receiver core is kind of banged up too. I like the Colts here. They played that crazy game in SoFi a couple weeks ago against the Rams. I think they want to get the job done here. And the vibes are just high with the Colts. Last week, the Chargers almost lost to Miami. I don't know if I really want to back them here. I'll take the Colts here. Give me the Colts on the money line. It's basically pick them. Give me the Colts on the money line.
Man, Daniel Jones, that guy. He
remind me.
He is reminding people, I guess, that he's here. He's here. Because in the Giants, he was
gone. He was gone.
Terrible. I don't know why. All right, let's go here for the Monday night, right? These the last games. Your last game.
Last game, Monday night.
Monday night, 2 Monday night games. Detroit opened up at -3.5. They're gonna go here and take this game as well. They're looking better. Definitely looking better, way better. That's my fault, everybody. I don't even have that game on the board.
Tampa Bay, yep.
Tampa Bay, yeah. I should have known that, huh?
That's all right.
Yeah. Baker, that boy's balling. But this is the game. This is the spot. I think that Tampa Bay has trouble. Their receivers, the wide receiver crews out. I understand Baker did a lot last week with that secondary wide receiver core. And hey, in the NFL, the next man steps up, and that's what they did. But this is gonna show how bad that's gonna hurt them this week. So I'll take Detroit right here, -5.5.
Yeah, that's like I said, the theme. What are we talking about? Injuries. And yeah, like you said, that's why I am too. I think we got one together. We're going to be in bed together, my friend.
I hope so, sir.
I'm riding with the home team here. Detroit's coming back home off that, crazy. They're pissed off that Sunday night game against Kansas City. The referees weren't on their side, and, they had a couple plays that didn't go their way. And, the Lions off a loss, they're ready. They're licking their chops. They see, a familiar foe. This team's played against Tampa Bay in the playoffs. And, Baker Mayfield, I'm going to take my cap off to him. He's been playing good.
Sick puppy.
I have been monitoring him since he's left Cleveland. And I'm not one to say, the Browns shouldn't have done it. Because,
they shouldn't have done
yes, Baker Mayfield's going to win you regular season games, but what is he doing for you in big games in the playoffs?
I'm just kidding. I'd want him to be released from the dog pound, too.
To be determined. So, I'm going to take the Lions here. Baker can't do it all by himself, and he's got a team that's just completely hurt. So
I love it.
Give me the Lions. I'm laying it. If I'm playing, I'm laying. Give me the Lions -5.5.
I love it. Hey, breakfast in bed, baby.
There you go, baby.
In bed.
There you go.
All right, here for my last pick, another Monday night game, and it's another team that I see is going to start heading in the right way because they should. D'Amico Ryan, C.J. Stroud, all them boys. Need to start getting it together and going because they're a good team. I like the Texans. They're a really good team, and they're going to prove it here. They're underdogs against the Seahawks in Seattle. I think they're +3. Well, they're floating around that area, but I'm going to take the money line here on the real gamble, everybody. The real gamble. Sick puppy.
Sick puppy. That is a sick one right
that's
there.
I love that pick. So get some plus money there on that chance. So for my final pick in the NFL slate, Texans money line.
All right. Well, I think that's going to do it for this week. Good to have you back in the building, my partner.
My wise guy, Brian.
Yes, sir.
We missed you all. Glad to be back, and we're glad to get some picks out there for you guys. Remember, go eat your wings. Uncle's Wings, get the wings. Yeah.
That's right. We'll be back on the social medias as well, so make sure you guys follow up, and we'll see you next week.
Got a lot of picks this week, so a lot to choose from, so I think there's some good ones out there. I think they're all good.
I think they're all good, baby.
Hey, good luck. Good luck to you guys.
Good luck.